Welcome to AI Brief, episode 146. Today, we are taking a deep dive into some really fascinating stuff happening in AI.
Yeah, we'll get into how big players like Google and Netflix are using AI in video ads. It's quite interesting.
And there's some surprising research about AI agents forming their own kind of social rules.
Plus, OpenAI's huge plans for this new AI campus, and a whole lot more AI and science news, too.
Right, and we'll finish up with some trending AI tools that, might actually help you get things done.
Okay, so let's start with AI and advertising. YouTube and Netflix are making some big moves here.
YouTube first. They have this thing called peak points.
Right, using their Gemini AI to actually scan video content.
And it finds the moments that are like the most emotionally intense.
Exactly, and then boom, they place an ad right after that peak.
Yeah.
The idea is to catch viewers when they're sort of really tuned in.
Maximizing engagement, I guess.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And Netflix, they're trying something out.
They're working on AI-generated ads that visually fit into the shows.
So like placing products using backgrounds that match the look of a Netflix show.
Yeah, trying to make it feel more seamless, less jarring than a typical ad break.
And they're also planning standard mid-roll ads too, right? And those pause ads.
They are. And looking further out, maybe late 2025, they want to add interactive stuff. Calls to action within the ads.
So it really shows these streaming giants are leaning heavily on AI to personalize and optimize everything.
Definitely. You can almost picture AI creating these super targeted ads placed at the perfect moment, all automatically. It's a big shift.
Okay, let's switch over to research. This University of London study is pretty mind-bending.
It really is. It shows AI agents can basically create their own social conventions just by interacting. No top-down rules needed.
Kind of like how human societies form norms over time.
Exactly. They use these naming games. Agents paired up randomly, tried to agree on labels.
Got rewarded for matching, penalized for not.
Right. And even with limited memory for each agent, shared ways of labeling things just emerged across the whole group.
Wow. And the study also found this led to group biases, even when the AI started neutral.
Yeah, that's a key finding. These dynamics just arose from the interactions themselves.
It also showed that small, kind of persistent subgroups could actually change the whole community's norms, like a tipping point.
Which mirrors things we see in human social change, too.
So as AI agents interact more and more online, understanding these emergent social dynamics seems pretty crucial.
Definitely. Making sure their collective behavior stays, aligned with what we actually want as they negotiate and collaborate.
Okay, let's talk scale. OpenAI, they have some absolutely enormous plans.
This Stargate initiative, they're working with G42 from the UAE.
To build a 5-gigawatt AI campus in Abu Dhabi. That's huge. 10 square miles planned.
To put that in perspective, it could be way bigger than their other big campus, the 1.2 gigawatt one they're building in Texas.
But it's not all smooth sailing. There's some concerns, right?
There are. National security officials have raised flags because of G42's past links with Chinese companies. So there's a geopolitical angle to all this AI infrastructure build-out.
Okay, let's run through some other AI news quickly. Elton John spoke out recently.
Yeah, criticizing the UK government for rejecting a proposal about AI firms disclosing training data. He called it theft.
And over at OpenAI, their VP of Research talked about GPT-5.
Jerry Twork, he said the goal is to unify tools like Codex, Operator, Deep Research Memory, all into one system.
So you wouldn't need to keep switching between different specialized models, ideally more integrated.
And there was XAI. They had an issue with their Grok chatbot.
And unauthorized modification made it talk about specific controversial South Africa topics repeatedly.
Yep. But on the plus side for them, Grok can now generate visual charts, and you can access it via a browser now.
Interesting. Elsewhere, a Chinese startup, Cine AI.
They've launched what they claim is the world's first fully autonomous AI doctor clinic in Saudi Arabia.
An AI diagnosing and prescribing treatments independently. That's a big step.
And in Japan, University of Tokyo researchers developed an AI microscope.
What does it do?
It can spot dangerous blood clots forming in real time, just from simple blood tests. Potentially much faster diagnosis.
Google AI Studio also made some news.
Releasing their creative AI models free, VO2 for video, Gemini 2.0 for images, Imagen 3 for photorealistic stuff.
Making those advanced tools much more accessible.
Also, Alibaba's Quinn team launched WebDev, lets you build websites from a single prompt on their platform.
And Notion, the productivity tool.
They added an AI research mode. It can digest your documents, web sources, and spit out reports automatically, streamlining research.
But on a cautionary note, MIT is retracting a paper.
The one claiming AI-assisted scientists make more discoveries. They said they lack confidence in its validity or reliability. Shows the need for rigor.
Finally, NVIDIA seems to be shifting strategy a bit.
Facing more competition on AI chips, they're apparently looking at big deals in the Middle East and investing more in neoclouds, diversifying their sales channels.
Okay, let's quickly hit some trending AI tools you might want to check out.
First, Notion AI Meeting Notes. Automatically summarizes your meetings. Pretty handy.
Then SWE1, that's Windsurf's AI models for software engineering tasks.
iMedical, a medical AI model you can run locally, which is interesting.
Manus, an agentic AI, meaning it can act on its own, and it now has image generation.
First Quadrant, a tool aimed at helping sales teams work faster and close more deals.
Imidify for generating and editing high-quality images.
Cursor, an AI coding assistant to help developers be more productive.
Brizzy lets you build websites quickly, no code needed.
And Teo Prompt helps you craft better prompts to get more out of AI models.
All right, that wraps up our deep dive for today. We really hope you found all that interesting, maybe gave you something to think about.
Yeah, things are moving so fast. To keep up with it all, please do follow AI Brief. And if you found this useful, share it with anyone else who might be interested in AI.